Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for March the 11th through the 17th, 2013. And so let's just take a moment to kind of just tune in. And every week we ask the angels to show us what information is important for us to know at this time. So this is very interesting. I'm seeing a woman playing the piano. Someone who is represents a very creative person, and strangely enough, but I gotta just say what I see. I'm also seeing the letters ER, as in, Queen Elizabeth. I'm not quite sure what that means, although my first thought was of Elizabeth I, but so we'll just go with that for a minute. And what I'm noticing is a sense of creativity. They're showing me scenes of nature, and just really being outside in nature. They're showing me beautiful gardens, and I'm seeing pets, spending time with them. I'm seeing, really just kind of getting down and, outside, and maybe someone is, working outside in nature, really getting a connection with the earth, and preparing. So it seems like some of the creative things that we're working on. So it seems like a week of creativity. Let's just go with this, and of course, whatever these things spark for you in terms of images, the images that I'm being shown, feel free to let that connect with you in any way, and share that with us on Facebook. But what I'm getting a sense of is a sense of creativity, leadership. Really, I'm thinking more of the visions I've just seen, that going back and trying to translate them, that that this is where we can now take up our power, take our creativity, and really put ourselves out there, so that now it's kind of like taking the lead this week. And I'm just translating this in terms of the creative person, the piano, and the ER representing the queen, a person who represents leadership, and great power in his or her domain, in their area. So for you and I and your area expertise, and creative tools, now that it's time to kind of get out there. So translating that outdoor experiences that I was seeing, they could be literal or symbolic, depending on how you feel they are reaching you. But I'm just getting a sense now that we're beginning to get out, and this would be a good opportunity to kind of get out and start working and building now. Whereas last week we were kind of told that the conditions weren't favorable, that we're doing a little bit of preparation work, to kind of hold off and just prepare for this. And so what I'm kind of getting a sense is that now, we can pursue and put ourselves out there, monitor your own comfort level about where you feel you are ready. But it just seems like that it's okay, or we're almost ready to get out there. I know that the Mercury retrograde ends on the 17th, so maybe this week is just almost letting us, we're almost ready, to really step up and make, create those new opportunities. So, if you're still feeling a little vulnerable, just pay attention. And, there's nothing to worry about, because whether this is your time right now or just a little bit more time for you, you're always where you need to be. The universe will always make it possible for you to be very clear. In these kinds of cases, we really have to follow the inspiration of our hearts. And so what is really important, as I'm feeling a slight tension in the chest, is that we just have to let go and breathe and trust our own internal guidance. And it will let you know when the time is right. So I feel like we're ready to almost just burst out of our heart chakras. Is the feeling that there's a pressure building up from within, not so much from outside, keeping it closed, but there's a pressure building up against the heart chakra from the inside, which indicates that, to me, that we're ready to just let go and release, and we're about to give birth to something really powerful within all of our lives, a transformation. Something's going to occur that is going to create a total new you, and allow you to be completely free and expressing yourself without the paradigm of fear standing in your way, so that you're ready to burst out, like you're about to give birth, like an Easter egg. So let's take a look at the first week. Hopefully that was not too confusing for you, those random visions. But I have to go with what I receive and trust. So let's take a look at the Archangel card for this week. And look at that. Okay. So we have the Archangel Ariel again. We've had this card in this position before, actually. So the card is prosperity, and it says your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So that really confirms a bit of what we were talking about. And so I'm going to just leave this card right there as a theme for this week. It's funny, I'm seeing the Statue of Liberty. There's a sense or something like it. So it's kind of like, liberty, freedom, as I was just saying before, a sense of freedom, and standing in your truth and standing in your power, holding up that light of truth within yourself. You're really now ready to shine that light of truth into the world. You represent what your gifts that you have, the abundance that is inside of you, is going to light the way for others and be a powerful landmark, a powerful symbol of, the light and all the transformation and shifting and evolution that goes along with that symbolism. So just have complete trust and faith and in your power to be, in the power of your light and your truth as an ambassador, an agent for the light and for the universe of creation. And so let's take a look at the first card for this week, which is going to represent the focus and the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday. And we're using the Archangel Michael deck. So we have been working with Archangel Michael. And here we have this card, which is, we've been hearing this phrase before, explore your options, okay? And before I tune into this card, I'm going to say that I feel that right away, just from even tuning into the words and saying them in my heart, I feel that some of you may be still afraid of taking a leap, or just taking I think I spoke about this last week in some way. I'm not quite sure exactly what I said, but what I'm feeling is that some of us are afraid of stepping out of the boundaries that we feel safe and comfortable with or in, that seeing beyond what you expect based on, and this is not to say that in a negative way, but we all know that our ego is constantly trying to contract our world, contract the possibilities that are available to us, because you are that powerful light that we were talking about just a few moments ago, with that symbolism of the Statue of Liberty. Because you are that powerful, it is the reason why your ego is constantly speaking of the opposite and keeping you in a great deal of fear. And so in order to, in spite of that information that may be coming from your mind, still inside of you is this calling, and like, I'm still feeling it, that this new birth that is about to take place. And so just because you can't see it or have faith in yourself, it does not mean that it has not been given birth to you, that the seed of awakening has not been planted within your beingness. And so you really right now want to explore your options, for those of you who are at that level, and not be afraid of those options or ideas that may have already come to you that you haven't taken a look at yet. As I said last week, and I think I said this, and I know this from my own personal experience, and this is what allows me, I think, to really connect in with this and be very understanding about this and specific, because I know personally for myself, the mind, the ego just convinces you that, moving an inch in another direction outside of the way that you normally think is very threatening, and that you all kinds of things could go wrong if you do that. All the worst possibilities could come about if you make that step. And, it is definitely not true. And the way I comfort myself with that kind of thinking from the ego is I just say to myself, well, it's no harm in looking. And really, for those of us who do believe that it is a harm in looking, it really isn't. Because we all need room within ourselves to self-explore, to at least consider the possibilities. We owe it to ourselves to keep ourselves in that way. We keep ourselves open. We allow, with just that little intention, it creates opportunities. It's a seed for creating opportunities, for allowing, attracting opportunities to come to you. So for those of you who feel like, my life has been very stale and I'm always, nothing exciting happens for me, think about how open you've been, or how closed you may have been in your perspective about, having, options, and, so that your life isn't predictable or feeling kind of stale or stagnant. So just alone with that, think about that. The prayer says, "Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and and assess all of my alternative options." To assess, okay? So all you're doing is assessing. You're not taking action unless you're ready. And it says, "Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life purpose." And so, again, any of these readings can be applied to if this is a health situation for you. Don't be afraid to explore the options. You don't have to go with one, method of healing. Even, I know it can be very scary, because I'm not going to, say you shouldn't stick with your medical doctor or anything, but even in the we kind of put sometimes when doctors say this is it, and we become afraid. No diagnosis should cause you to fear, because you have to always remember that the cause for healing comes from your soul's desire to heal. And once you desire to heal, then it is really inevitable that the healing process will begin on many levels. And so then whatever it is that you bring and you choose that to assist you with that, your faith and belief is paramount in the fact that you understand that that the seed of healing was encoded in your body, just like everything else that grows in our physical world. It was the tree, the code for that seed to grow it into that tree that it becomes was within the seed itself. So the seed for health, a seed for prosperity, was created within all of us. And all we have to do is step out of our fear to access the love seed that will prosper us no matter what aspect of our lives we're discussing or talking about. And let's take a look at the next card. So in your focus, then just be open, and because prosperity comes in all forms. And let's take a look at the next card, which is the middle of the week, which is Wednesday and Thursday. And also, this represents the action. So look at this. Again, you and your loved ones are safe. And so here in the action position, what that belief, that knowing, is what Archangel Michael is really discussing with us here. That knowing. You see, your belief is the foundation of creation. Your belief and your trust is so key to manifestation, whether it's healing, whether it is, relationships, your belief about you deserving to be loved, and that you are loved by the entire universe, that that you can find someone who is harmonious with you, a soulmate. That belief creates the foundation which that life experience is built upon in the universe. So it's very key here that in the action, no matter what it is that, this is career, health, business, whatever it is, that you understand that you are safe and your dreams and your desires are safe and they are good, and they are all created from the seed of love. That when your intentions, your pure intentions, are heard and they are nurtured by the universe. So let's see what the prayer says at on the card. It says, "Dear God and Archangel Michael, thank you for watching over me and my loved ones." And you can put the name or specific individuals there. And it says, let's hope that it clears up a little bit. It says, "Please help me feel secure and at peace, and fill me with faith so that I may focus on my priorities and enjoy a healthful, happy life." And so, one of the messages that Archangel Michael is saying to me is that, ask him and God and the angels to assist you when you don't feel at peace, when you don't feel secure, when you've lost your faith, and when you seem to not be able to focus. Ask him to help you to feel secure, to give you the confidence, to help you to clear your mind so that you can be at peace, to, really strengthen and firm your faith, and help you to become clear and focused on your priorities. Ask them to point you in the right direction, so that you can stay with it and stay clear-minded and trust that you will be heard and that you will be answered. So let's take a look then. So for the action, as we're exploring options and as we're receiving and allowing, just know that you're safe and call on the angels for assistance. And let's take a look at the card for the weekend, which is also in the position of the gift or lesson learned. And this is a great card. It says the person you're asking about is trustworthy. Okay. And the card prayer at the bottom of the card says, thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. All right, let me just take a look for a moment. And so this card, wow, this is beautiful. They're really showing me like a stone gateway that you're about to go through. And it was sitting in a lake as well. So one of the things is, that I was kind of getting is that, you're ready to enter into this whole new realm where you're going to have completely new experiences and a complete transformation in your emotional body, clarity. So this seems like an ancient rite of passage, something very important. So this tells me that this has something to do specifically, no matter what it is, whether it's health, relationship, or career, that this is something huge. This is the reason or the purpose that you came here for. This is like, it feels like this is a really huge, life purpose, soul lesson, or goal that you're about to go through. So not only should you, just whatever person that comes to your mind that that you can trust, but this is also saying that whatever it is that you have been getting in your guidance to take, or to explore, that you can trust this. This is the moment you've been preparing for. And so just, really go through it with complete faith. You're safe, and it's going to bring prosperity to your life, great transformation. It feels very powerful. So let's take a look at the last card, which is, the advice from the fairies. And their final, what they believe the outcome is going to be. And look at this card. And very similar to a gateway I was saying, although this one is made out of wood, but it's happily ever after. That, just beyond that gateway, you're there, and all you have to do is step through into your joy. So what is going to be very key here is to not listen any longer. Deny the ego permission to speak on your life. Deny the ego and anyone in your life who is trying to limit you, and whether they're doing it knowingly or unknowingly. Just deny their words, because only your truth coming from your divinity is the word of guidance. The only thing that you should be following is your heart here. And we've had that card before, but beyond there, and of course that there is no ending, right? When you cross through this is just the beginning of a new chapter in your life. And like every chapter, that comes to an end, and then there's another beginning. But the thing is that don't fear the beginning, because you're worried about the ending. No, of course, an ending is going to happen, but an even better beginning based on how well you allow yourself to live in this moment right now. So, as you're coming to the end of a chapter, as we all are in our lives, it's up to us to know and to trust that the option that is available to us to go through that portal, that gateway into a new adventure. We're not here to just experience the goal. You're going through that gateway in that unknown, to be open to the experiences, plural, that lie just beyond that gateway. Not to end up to have one experience, but we're constantly having experiences, and these may be like what you want to call miniature beginnings and endings, but that's the whole point of us being alive. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And so there before you lies a journey for you to step into and to experience new pleasures and new joys and new forms of abundance, new forms of relationships, new aspects of health and greater health. So, if you've been thinking about, putting it off, like, I don't want to exercise, but, now you're thinking, I need to change my diet, or I need to let go of an addiction, and you've been afraid because what you have in your hands right now, or that you hold dear to yourself, seems to work and give you pleasure, and you just don't know if you could be happy without it. You don't know if life itself has enough joy to sustain you, so that you don't need that addiction, a food addiction, or whatever kind of addiction, because none of the addictions are greater than the other ones. They all distract us from our life purpose and from the joy. And so if you're just afraid of walking through that gateway because you don't know if it can really sustain you, then I'm telling you that it will. There is more joy in living. There's more joy in living and experiencing than there is in being afraid of those things, of living and experiencing, of being healthy, of being loved in a relationship, or being in a career that gives you freedom of expression and allows you to just stand in your power and be that liberty, symbol of liberty for all others. So as we close, and I know that I just want to leave you with this thought, and I hold you in so much love and power of God and power of oneness to help you to find peace, to cross through that gate that you have been preparing for, whether you knew it or not, from the moment that you were born into this world. You've prepared yourself for this, and so this is a major soul transformation for yourself. And so again, thank you all for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. I really encourage you to subscribe and to like our page, so that, whatever other information that I'm called or guided to share with you, you'll be able to receive it outside of your search, just however you search for me and you find the videos that are titled this way. I noticed that if I were to title something differently, you wouldn't know about it unless you were subscribing to me already. So please do that. Also, I have some new services on my Angel School page. Please check it out. I'll probably talk more about it in another video or a separate video that I may create from these. But I send you so much love, and also just want to make a note too that there are some new readings there, especially for first time. There's a new offer, which is a 24% savings off of my original price. So please check us out. And I wish you a blessed week. And may the angels watch over you and protect you and keep you in perfect peace as you step forward fearlessly into your new world, happily ever after. God bless you.